Alright, listen up, because what I'm about to share with you could literally flip your entire life trajectory. The law of attraction. You've heard of it. You've probably even tried it. Maybe you've sat on your couch, visualized $1 million landing in your lap, and then, crickets. Nothing. Nada. And you start thinking, man, this stuff is just fairy dust for desperate dreamers. But hold up. Before you throw the whole thing into the trash, let me tell you something from someone who's been in the trenches of business for over 30 years. I've built companies, lost companies, made millions, lost millions, and crawled back out of the ashes more times than I care to count. And after all these battles, one truth keeps punching me in the face: the law of attraction is not magic. It's not wishful thinking. It's real. But it's real in a way most people completely misunderstand. You see, the law of attraction is not about sitting around waiting for blessings to rain down on you like some Netflix miracle. It's about how your dominant thoughts shape your perception, your actions, and ultimately your results. And science actually backs this up. A 2010 study published in Psychological Science showed that when individuals visualize their success in vivid detail, they significantly boost their motivation and performance. It's called mental contrasting. It wires your brain for action instead of just fantasy. Now, in America, over 80% of adults have heard of the law of attraction thanks to books like The Secret. But here's the kicker: according to a Pew Research Center survey, only about 25% believe it actually works. Why? Because most people never move past the dreaming phase into the doing phase. They think wishing alone should be enough. Let me tell you about someone who got it, someone who knew how to play the game differently. You know Oprah Winfrey, right? Billionaire. Media mogul. Cultural icon. She talks openly about how she used the law of attraction her entire life. But did Oprah just sit around lighting candles and chanting affirmations? Hell no. She visualized herself on TV. She felt it. She believed it. But then she took every damn action to make it real: auditioning, studying, hustling through doors slammed in her face, getting up after every rejection. That's the real law of attraction: belief plus relentless, aligned action. Without action, attraction is dead on arrival. It's like putting a GPS destination into your phone but never actually getting into the car. You're still parked in your driveway wondering why you're not sipping margaritas in Miami. Now let's rip into another myth real quick. Some people say, but if it works, why isn't everyone rich and successful? Simple. Because most people don't actually believe they deserve it. Subconsciously, they sabotage themselves. Harvard Business Review found that self-sabotage, fear of success, and low self-worth are major psychological blocks preventing goal achievement, even when opportunities are literally staring people in the face. So when you're broadcasting fear, doubt, unworthiness to the universe, guess what? You're attracting more of the same. Not because the universe is evil. It's because your mind, your actions, your decisions are operating from a place of fear instead of abundance. Let me make this painfully clear: the law of attraction is not some genie in a bottle that grants lazy wishes. It's a brutal mirror that reflects your inner reality onto the outer world. If you're sowing seeds of fear, scarcity, and self-doubt, don't expect to harvest a lush garden of success. You're gonna get weeds. It's not personal. It's math. It's psychology. It's physics. You move, the world moves. You believe, you behave differently. You behave differently, you create different results. Period. No exceptions. If you don't understand this, you'll waste years hoping, wishing, blaming bad luck, when in reality, you were the captain of the damn ship the whole time. Right now, in the US, more than 50% of people say they feel stuck in their lives, according to a recent Gallup survey. Stuck in careers they hate. Stuck in financial ruts. Stuck in bad relationships. And the truth is brutal: most of them are stuck because deep down they expect to be stuck. They believe it's their destiny. So their brain, their choices, their reactions are all wired to maintain that stuck reality. It's a vicious loop. The law of attraction isn't punishing them. It's just doing its job. Echoing back what they truly believe about themselves and the world. And here's where it gets exciting, because once you really get this, once you realize you can hijack the cycle, flip the damn switch, and start deliberately broadcasting a different signal, your whole life starts bending in ways you can't even imagine. Opportunities appear. People show up. Coincidences happen. But only after you change the dominant story playing inside your head. Only after you act like you're already the person who deserves the success you want. And if you think this is some motivational fluff, let me remind you, in 2022, the Small Business Administration reported that entrepreneurs with a strong, positive mental image of their success were 67% more likely to actually succeed within the first 5 years compared to those who didn't. That's not magic. That's psychology, focus, execution, and relentless self-leadership. Now, here's the cold hard truth you need to tattoo into your brain. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. Read that again. Slowly. You don't attract what you casually daydream about on a sleepy Sunday afternoon. You attract what your core identity broadcasts 24/7, whether you're aware of it or not. That's why broke people who win the lottery end up broke again within 5 years. Don't believe me? The National Endowment for Financial Education reports that nearly 70% of lottery winners go bankrupt within a few years. You think that's a coincidence? It's not. It's identity. They didn't shift their inner reality. They didn't expand their sense of deserving. So even after winning millions, their subconscious mind dragged them right back to the broke identity they never upgraded. This is why I say the law of attraction works, but it's ruthless. It doesn't care what you say you want. It only mirrors who you are being on the inside. That's why it's not enough to slap a vision board on your fridge and call it a day. You have to become the person your dreams belong to. You have to live, breathe, think, act, and make decisions as if success is inevitable, not optional, not maybe someday, but baked into your very DNA. Let me give you a real-world example from my own life. Early on in my career, I was broke. Sleeping on a friend's couch. Eating ramen noodles for dinner. I read Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill and thought, this stuff sounds awesome but feels like complete BS. Then one night, out of pure frustration, I said screw it. I'm going all in. I started behaving like I was already a successful entrepreneur. I showed up to meetings even when I had nothing to offer. I shook hands with CEOs even though my palms were sweating bullets. I invested in my education when I barely had money for gas. And slowly, inch by painful inch, my outer reality started to change. Not because I was sitting in a candlelit room chanting mantras, but because my belief system shifted first. My actions followed. And the universe responded. But it didn't happen overnight. It took months, years, relentless faith when it looked like nothing was working. That's the part the Instagram gurus don't tell you. They sell you the sizzle, not the steak. They tell you to visualize your Lamborghini but not to visualize the 10 years of rejection, discipline, and grind it'll actually take to earn it. Here's another brutal fact. 92% of people who set New Year's goals never achieve them, according to the University of Scranton. 92%. That's not because goals are bad. It's because most people set goals with their conscious mind while their subconscious mind is still dragging them back into the same old habits, beliefs, and fears. They're trying to run a race with their shoelaces tied together. The law of attraction isn't just about asking. It's about aligning. And alignment means your thoughts, feelings, actions, and habits are all pointed in the same direction like a damn laser beam, not scattered all over the place like confetti at a cheap birthday party. You can't say you want financial freedom and then binge Netflix for 5 hours a night. You can't say you want love and then ghost every decent human being who tries to get close. You can't say you want health and then treat your body like a human dumpster. The universe isn't fooled by your words. It responds to your vibration, your choices, your daily discipline. It's cause and effect. And speaking of discipline, let's talk about consistency for a second. Because without consistency, you're just a tourist visiting success instead of a resident building a home there. The American Society for Training and Development found that if you have a specific accountability appointment with someone you've committed to, you have a 95% chance of achieving your goal. 95%. That's the power of sustained, focused action stacked over time. The law of attraction kicks into overdrive when you make success boring. When you stop needing it to feel exciting and just start making it a habit. You become a magnet not because you're hyped up one day and crashing the next, but because you are relentlessly, almost obnoxiously consistent. That's how gravity works. That's how magnetism works. That's how wealth, health, love, opportunity, they all work. Relentless, boring, compounding energy moving in one direction, day after day, when no one's clapping for you yet. That's real magic. Not unicorns. Not wishful thinking. Relentless, boring magic that bends reality in your favor. And listen, I get it. I really do. It's a lot sexier to believe there's some shortcut. Some secret mantra. Some ancient ritual where you can skip all the boring parts and wake up rich, fit, and blissfully in love. But that fantasy is the bait. Reality is the catch. And reality demands more from you. Reality demands you to show up as the person you're asking the universe to deliver to you. So, if you're still sitting there wondering whether the law of attraction is real or just a bunch of wishful thinking, let me save you years of frustration. It's real, but it's not what you think it is. It's not the universe doing the heavy lifting for you while you sip lattes and doodle mansions on a napkin. It's you becoming a living, breathing example of your dreams long before they materialize. It's you taking action with the full force of someone who already knows it's inevitable. It's you refusing to let setbacks, delays, or disappointments hijack your identity. Because here's another truth bomb, most people quit 3 feet from gold. There's a reason Napoleon Hill wrote about that. Most people get so damn close to a breakthrough, but because they can't see it yet, they give up, turn around, and go back to where it's safe and familiar. That's not because the law of attraction failed. It's because their faith wavered. Their actions crumbled. Their vibration shifted back into fear, doubt, and scarcity. And like a thermostat, their life recalibrated right back to the mediocre temperature they were secretly comfortable with. But you're not here to live a mediocre life. You're not here to coast through existence just surviving, just getting by, just living paycheck to paycheck hoping for some miracle bailout. You're here to create, to lead, to expand, to influence. To freaking dominate. And domination doesn't come from wishful thinking. It comes from identity, alignment, discipline, and action. The law of attraction isn't about asking nicely. It's about demanding reality to catch up to the vision you're embodying with every fiber of your being. Every thought. Every decision. Every action. Every tiny moment when no one is watching and no one is clapping. That is the real law of attraction. And once you truly grasp it, not just intellectually, but deep down in your bones, you stop waiting. You stop wishing. You start becoming. You start magnetizing. You start moving mountains without even realizing it because your inner world is so violently congruent with your outer desires that the universe has no choice but to rearrange itself around your certainty. And I'm telling you right now, from the trenches of building, losing, and rebuilding my own empire, from the sleepless nights to the 7-figure deals, from the crushing defeats to the euphoric victories, this is the single most important shift you can make if you actually want to live the life you daydream about. Not just fantasize it. Not just taste it. but own it. So if you've been sitting on the sidelines, waiting for some cosmic green light, consider this your flashing neon sign. Go. Move. Act. Embody. Become. And watch how fast your reality starts catching up to you. Because it's not a matter of if. It's only a matter of when. And the when is determined by how fast you shift from wishing to being. And by the way, before I close this out, remember, this channel right here is your free source of real knowledge about how to become wealthy, build businesses, invest smartly, and break free financially. I don't sell pipe dreams. I share the real tools you need to win. If you don't want to miss out on the strategies that could change your life forever, smash that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and share this video with everyone you care about. Let's build the future you deserve, starting now.